I'm 67 years old. I started here, like I said, I just finished my 302nd session. I track them. I was forced into retirement back in 2019 at the end there, and I decided that it was time for me to start taking care of myself. Two of my nephews and their dad, who was my brother-in-law, came here for a long time, and they always raved about the place, and so I came in here and got evaluated and decided I'm going to give it a shot. I made a promise to myself that I wanted to get better when I stopped working, so the evaluation was not really good. I mean, from a medical perspective, I'm okay. I've had AFib in the past. I got my medication for blood pressure and cholesterol, the usual stuff, overweight, working 60 hours a week with an hour commute each way. It takes its toll after 30 years. So what I decided to do is give it a shot. We came from the evaluation. I could barely do the warm-up. I could plank for like 11 seconds. I weighed 263 pounds and I walked in here. Gradually got through it. Now, the fact that they mapped my progress, and I think that was important because I could see where I was coming from and see where I went. And so it was kind of a journey, at least for a while there, and then after that it just became part of my routine. I think when I first came here, honestly, I don't think they thought I was going to stay because I was in pretty bad shape. But I toughed through it and I got results really quick, so I decided, I'm going to stick around. Well, physically, I couldn't ride a regular bike. I have very limited mobility on my right knee. I was at about a 35% bend rate. So that was one goal. The other one is I messed my knee up skiing back in the 2000s, and I never had it fixed. From what I can gather, having it looked at, I tore a meniscus and I also probably stretched my ACL out. So I want to get back into skiing, but I was afraid to do it without doing more damage. That was one of my goals. Well, before it was, I just had no upper body strength. I live in an area where we have a community well. You have to use potassium chloride to treat the water to get the calcium out. It's 40-pound bags, right? When I used to buy it at the store, I'd just leave it in the garage till my kids came over and make them take it down. Now I carry 2 at a time, out of the car, through the garage, in the house, down the stairs. Just general life skills, like shoveling snow. I can do that again. I can run again. Those are things that I couldn't do when I walked in here, and I got it back. It's clear, and it's just those little pushes, and then all of a sudden, wow, you're doing it. I mean, I got a lot of stamina, and when you get up into your late 60s, you start worrying about falling. That hasn't happened, and just having the upper body strength and getting my legs back, and it just feels great. I haven't had back pain for a long time, and right now I don't even worry about it. I've lifted a flat back, on a 0% on a bench, I can lift 65 pounds, so I can do like 8 reps. That's incredible. When I walked in here, I was struggling with 25. It's just amazing how much more I can lift. It's my age too. I mean, most people my age don't do that. And it's not like I'm forcing myself. It's not just that I can lift that much, I can lift that much several times. And then the leg press and stuff too. I mean, like we worked around all the issues in my knees. I mean, I got, worked on the quads, the calves. It's a big confidence booster. I had AFib about 6-7 years ago. I had it the last time. So I see a cardiologist once a year, and I went there and I did a treadmill stress test. And the first time I did it, I was on it for like 2.5 minutes, and they told me to stop. They said it wasn't good. This time going into the 4th stage, like 8.5 minutes into it, and the guy said, "You can stop if you want." It's a big difference. He remembers the one before. What a difference. And I talked to him, and he said, "Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. For a guy your age," he said, "you're in pretty good shape." So when I had the opportunity in 2019, that's when I decided to come here. And I should have done it sooner. I tell people now, don't wait. Don't wait. You can unscrew a lot of it, but don't wait. Fortunately, I got tested. I did a carbon scan of my heart and everything. But they said, you can completely turn it around. So that was another reason I came here too. Because once I heard that I could reverse everything that I was dealing with, I said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. When you're live, standing there in front of the coach, and they can watch, how you're moving with your muscles and that. Like Liz always tells me, big chest, she's always the motion that has to occur instead of just assuming it's going to happen. Because a lot of times there's movements you compensate for it, and she catches me all the time. Because if I do, I cheat. It takes away the effect of it. I've always had a problem managing my blood pressure. I don't have that problem anymore. I'm normal. I can ride a bike, no problem. Up north, you rode the little Traverse Wheelway. That's 21 miles up in a lot of hills. The skiing will tell. I don't think it'll be a problem at all because my legs are in better shape than I've ever been. I've not been ill. Even with COVID, I haven't had a cold in I haven't had even the sniffles since I started coming here. You breathe better, you sleep better, you eat better. There's all these things that are circumspect feel so much better physically. Everybody that hasn't seen me in the last year and a half because of COVID, they all look at me and they go, "Man, you look different, a lot different." And I'm like, I am a lot different. I'm totally different. I feel a lot better. I was literally hunched over. I mean, I'm a little old man. Now my posture's changed, my gait, I don't limp anymore. Just all the things that were wrong are gone because your brain works better when your body works better. It's really what happens. And that's important. That's really important. I mean, I just wish I would have done this 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago. But you know what? Better late than never, right?